Hey guys, so I'm gonna make a quick video because I've had a day's rest. I'm still a bit sniffly. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe just stress and a few tears along the way. It's just me and Cranky hanging out again. I don't know how my companion in fighting my abusers and people that have done such horrific things to me that I've been so terrified of for all of my life has resulted in me having a companion that is actually a huntsman spider, and I was terrified of them all of my life too. So I don't know, we're on it's been a week, we're still hanging out together. Yeah, I can't explain this one. I'm gonna go outside now because Cranky's moving a little bit more than usual. So I'm about to call the sexual abuse squad in Western Australia because waiting for a call back, and it doesn't seem to be that anything you do in regards to this stuff comes easy. I can really see now why it's so hard for so many people to come forward, because they do not make it easy. For me, this has been going on for so many years, and every single time you go back in there, you're like, oh, am I going to risk being ignored again? You also run the risk of being called delusional or treated like you're crazy. I almost thought the other day that I was going to get admitted, because this so-called sexual abuse officer, he was like, your story is just so far-fetched, and he's like, I've never heard anything like this in my life. He couldn't even comprehend the fact that somebody like me exists, and that ended up with me having to call a friend of mine who actually works with Counter Child Exploitation Unit, and she said she'll give me a hand if I need it, but I'm wondering if I actually want to trouble her with that, because I appreciate the work that she does, and I know that the whole child abuse thing is another huge fight, and I've made the decision to just keep going on with this. And if I don't get anywhere on my own, then I'll give her a buzz again, send her an email, and she was happy to help me, even though it's not even her department. So that just goes to show there are some really good feds out there, the ones that are working to save children. Those ones definitely trying to do their job, and they're trying to do it right. The other ones that are a little bit lower down the food chain are just I just can't even put it into words, some of the things that I've heard come out of their mouth. You leave there re-traumatized already, having to explain what's been done to you. It makes it so much worse to have a police officer who's actually paid, supposed to be protecting you, saying things like, I'm a bit concerned about your mental health right now, thinking that the things that you're saying aren't real, gaslighting you, the victim blaming you. And I just honestly, I really feel that someone needs to say this. These cops are clearly not qualified to be in the positions that they're in, and they just shouldn't be there. If that's your job, you're getting paid for it. I'm not getting any money. This does not benefit me any at all, to sit here day after day fighting to be heard and fighting for other people to be heard, and then telling my story so that others like me can know that they're just not alone in this. And this happens to everybody, even someone like me who's done so much in my life and achieved such unbelievable things in what I've done, and it even happens to people like me. So I hope this helps some people out there, that if you do end up hearing this story, it happens to everybody. They're just not, police are just, I don't understand what they're getting paid for if this is the way they treat survivors. I'm not going to put all my eggs in the same basket, but I've definitely come up against a couple of cops in Victoria that just shouldn't be they just shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be dealing with anybody related to trauma whatsoever. They need much more training, and I might even drop their names out a little bit later if I don't get anywhere with them. But right now, today, I'm going to be dealing with the Western Australian Police, who have so far been, calm and respectful towards me. I'll make another phone call the moment I get off this video and charge my phone for a bit. It's probably going to be another traumatic phone call, which they all are. And then I'll, I don't know, have a rest for a bit, or we'll see what happens after that. Anyway, I'll keep you all updated. I'm going to try to get this rape case reopened. And yeah, just keep fighting. And I'm just probably never going to stop. And I hope I get somewhere. And even if I don't get somewhere, I hope what I experience gives others an insight into, you know, what we're facing as rape victims and, you know, cyberbullying victims and gang stalking victims, whatever the hell it is that they did to me, revenge porn victims and all that type of stuff, you know. Like, I hope this gives a bit of an insight into, you know, why we're struggling to be heard. A lot of people just don't want to deal with it, or, you know, it's just way out of their league. I mean, in my case, I actually probably did have the support around me, but I don't know why. He just chose not to make me a priority, and he wasn't interested in giving any survivors of much a voice, or they're kind of more interested in making some money off their hive sites and Rothkins and whatever it is that they're doing. So, you know, it was all money, and people that really suffered and kind of just, we became nothing to them. But yeah, I got myself out of there, and that's still carrying a lot of pain and betrayal from that. But I don't know, you just gotta be careful who you trust, I guess. Alright guys, I'll be back later after I make this call to the police. Wish me luck.